Thank you, and hello everybody. I wish I could be with you today, and I hope to see you all very soon in Kathmandu. I'm honored and delighted to speak about the Artisan Village project. And before I do so, I want to take the opportunity to thank all our partners in this project. So that's the FCDO, UK8, and its wonderful Skills for Employment program, but also our partners at the government, and most of all, obviously, our partners, our long time partners in the carpet industry. I also want to thank very specifically the STEP Nepal team, who I believe are all doing a great job in this project. So I'm the managing director, and instead of being with you, I'm sitting here in my home office in Switzerland. Just a few short words about STEP. STEP is the non-profit fair trade organization, which was founded in 1995 in Switzerland. We are working in all major carpet producing countries, including Nepal, where we have had an office since 25 years now, exactly. Our commitment is to the well-being of weavers and workers in the handmade carpet industry. We promote fair trade and eco-friendly production, and we work for the empowerment of weavers and workers and the overall sustainability of the industry. Please allow me to have together with you a very brief look at the history of the carpet industry in Nepal, because I believe it is important to have a bit of context here. This industry in Nepal has started as a small development project in the year 1960. It started with only 60 weavers, and the first carpet workshop that opened in, or the first showroom linked to that initial workshop opened in Kathmandu in 1961, in March, I believe, and it generated monthly sales of $8,000. So that's roughly $100,000 annual turnover. The picture you see here on the right is of the opening of said showroom, and you see on the right then King Mahendra, and next to him Mr. Tony Hagen, a Swiss geologist and development expert, who was kind of the driving force behind the setup of these initial carpet workshops in Nepal, which, as I mentioned before, were actually a development project. It was about generating income and providing jobs to the Tibetan refugees who arrived in Nepal shortly before. So what started as a small refugee project has actually become an industry that earned Nepal, by the end of the 20th century, annual exports in the value of $150 million. So I do believe that this is a prime example for hugely successful development cooperation. If we look at the carpet industry today, it is one of the most important export industries of Nepal, and it's a super important employer for tens of thousands of people. In the last 20 years alone, the carpet exports handmade carpet exports have earned Nepal more than $1.5 billion US dollars. But it's not only these earnings, but also handmade carpets are a global ambassador for beauty and skills from Nepal. I think this is wonderfully represented by the the carpet you see on the screen now, it's called Summit, and it has been made by a US contemporary design company called Wool and Silk Rugs. And it was the winner of Best Modern Design Deluxe category of the Carpet Design Awards in 2017. Carpet Design Awards are something like the Academy Awards or the Oscars of the carpet industry. And this is a wonderful example, not only representing the quality of Nepali carpet weaving, but as you probably see in the design, it also draws inspiration from the landscape and the majestic mountains in Nepal as a creative inspiration. However, not everything is great today in Nepal's carpet industry, and also success stories require constant attention and adaptation to new realities. Over the last years, we have constantly heard from industry partners and witnessed it ourselves that it's getting increasingly difficult to produce carpets in Kathmandu. And it's increasingly challenging due to several reasons. The booming real estate market, creating pressure on the production facilities, and labor shortage being another one. That actually led us to the idea of setting up artisan villages in rural areas. And I think it's important to say that the intention is not to replace Kathmandu or to take the carpet industry away from Kathmandu. In the contrary, we believe that Kathmandu will always be probably not only the business card, but also a creative hub for the industry. But adding additional production locations will make the carpet industry in Nepal more resilient and more sustainable. And hence, we truly believe that this project has the potential to revitalize the industry and be another milestone, a little bit like the initial setup of the carpet industry back in the early 1960s. As our role model in 1960, we also believe that skills and skill training are essential, and so we put it at the center of our activities. We believe we developed the most thorough and sophisticated training curriculum for carpet weavers in Nepal, and we have used this training program to train almost 25 master weavers and have put them in charge of skilling 466 local weavers. Some of them were newly skilled, some of them were upskilled to meet the requirements of today's international luxury design handmade carpet markets. Equally important for us was to create the best possible working environment for those weavers. Because if you want to make the highest quality handmade carpets, you need the best possible working conditions and you need a motivated and inspired workforce. So all 7 newly established workshops comply with Label Step's industry-leading fair trade standards. When it comes, you see one of the workshops on the picture. They are exemplary and best case practices when it comes to safe and healthy at the workplace. They're clean, bright, there's air and space, and they provide an overall friendly working environment. Beyond that, they also provide facilities for the young weavers' children, providing child daycare centers for these weavers. We also, besides the vocational skill training, provided other capacity building programs, including financial literacy courses for the weavers of those 7 weaving centers. again, very much like our pioneers back in the 60s, we believe that any project that wants to be successful in the long term in the area of livelihood and income generation must be closely linked to the markets. And that's why we embrace high tech, and we bring together today's technology with the ancient craft of carpet weaving. The new technologies do not only enable the management of a remote or decentralized supply chain. It also allows us to integrate the artisan villages in international markets. And we will see some of the exciting features and possibilities of the new technologies later on in today's program. But what I want to mention here is that this was made possible mainly through the excellent collaboration with another key partner in Nepal, the company Alternative Technology, which is the leading tech provider for today's contemporary handmade carpet industry. And it's based in Kathmandu. I would like to thank all of you for your attention and for being with us today again. And I would like to take you on a brief tour of Sarlai and the artisan villages in another short video. But before that, I also want to kindly invite you to visit the on-site carpet exhibition that you will have access to later on today, because, you know, despite all the new and exciting possibilities given by modern technology, carpets remain an emotional and sensual product, and, you know, nothing beats seeing them with your own eyes and touching them with your own hands. So I would kindly ask the MC to launch the video from Artisan Villages, please.